R&B music has to be one of the best things humanity's ever done. And yeah, I'm probably not being the stereotype, black guy loves R&B music, but you know what? I don't give a shit. I love R&B. It's my favorite genre of all time. Old R&B, new R&B, future R&B, it's all bangers, just straight bangers. That's what I love most about R&B music. It's like all the R&B I hear is just fucking bangers, man. There's no bad R&B songs out there, unless you suck at singing, but literally, there's no bad R&B songs out there. And I know recently there's been a trend where people are saying R&B is dying or that it's dead, but realistically, no, it's not. Y'all just ain't looking hard enough for good R&B. It is out there if you actually fucking look for it. The problem is, y'all be stuck with this shitty ass mainstream R&B music, and y'all wanna complain that R&B's dead. Motherfucker, Leon Thomas is right fucking there. Or better yet, Giveon, Daniel Caesar, a bunch of other R&B artists I can't name right now, but I'll put them right here, right now. They're all great R&B artists in a genre that is not dying. If anything, R&B is entering a second renaissance or some shit. Before that being said, there is a specific kind of R&B music being made right now that a lot of people are getting sick of. And I'm not being misogynistic, okay? We love women over here. But it specifically has to do with female R&B artists that are making this toxic music that glorifies being a side piece or glorifies being cheated on by a dude. Or just glorifies girls getting treated like shit by guys, but they still stay with that guy anyways because they love them so fucking much. This specific genre of R&B has been labeled side chick music, and I'm not gonna lie, it is a perfect descriptor for this type of music. Now, I'm not gonna name names yet, but you can't lie. Every time you hear a song or a song, you get the idea that they're being treated like shit by this guy, right? Like the guy's cheating on them or hurting them in some form of way. And it's like, why are you still with this dude? Because then they'll talk about the guy treating them like shit and then proceed to say they love them so fucking much. It's like Stockholm Syndrome. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, it literally sounds like they're stuck in a genjutsu. And it's like, motherfucker, you have the option to leave. You don't have to stay with this shitty ass nigga if you don't want to be with said shitty ass nigga. But with that being said, I find this topic pretty interesting, seeing as how I listen to R&B a lot, and seeing as how I listen to a lot of female R&B artists who make this kind of music. So for today's video, I picked 4 female R&B artists that make this specific genre of music, and we're gonna talk about the pros and the cons of all of their music, what I like, what I don't like, what I wish they would do better, what I wish they would stop doing in general, shit like that. And at the end of the video, I'll get my final thoughts, talk about how R&B music is going from this to that, and how I think it should go, stuff like that. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I do videos like this every week, so you're not gonna regret hitting the subscribe button because you're gonna get quality content every week. And with all that out the way, let's get started.
Pizza time.
Summer Walker is one of my favorite R&B artists ever. So with that being said, she's definitely an interesting character. If you're not familiar with Miss Walker, basically she has this series called Over It, right? There's Over It, Still Over It, and then Finally Over It, which just dropped last month. And throughout this entire series, she talks about getting dogged out by toxic ass niggas. Every album, just getting dogged out by toxic ass niggas, and then learning from it, healing from it, and then repeating the same fucking cycle. What I love most about Summer Walker is her vulnerability and how she's able to take these stories and just turn them into powerful songs and anthems that can help a lot of people get through a lot of shit, like heartbreak or depression, a bad relationship, stuff like that. She excels at making music in that field, and that's why she's as popular as she is. But with all that being said, the main issue I have with Summer Walker is she hasn't really matured since Over It. She's made 3 albums worth of songs talking about getting dogged out by shitty ass niggas, and you think after making all these songs about these painful experiences for her, she'd realize that dating these shitty ass niggas is the problem and stop doing that, but she keeps doing it. And in some of these songs, she's talking as if she likes getting dogged out by these niggas, and it's like, why are you glorifying these shitty ass relationships as if they're actually fun or entertaining? At this point, she's just glorifying being a side chick to these young impressionable women that are listening to this music she makes. And it's like, no, that's not a good thing at all. Being a side chick is not a good thing. If you listen to Summer Walker and you genuinely think being a side chick sounds fun or interesting, stop listening to her immediately. No woman should like the idea of being dogged out by a shitty ass nigga. And you know what? It still fucking happens. And it's like, why? I'm going off on a tangent here, but it's like, why do so many women complain that they can't find a good man and they end up dating these shitty ass niggas? It's like, you were looking for a good man, right? Why are you dating a garbage man? And it doesn't help that she recently got exposed for being Rich the Kid's side chick. Rich the Kid. That man hasn't been relevant since Plug Walk. And it's not even that. The man's engaged. And she was literally stalking his fiance. And she's gonna say, oh, you can say me and your phone is Pizza Hut. What? I'll give you 5 seconds to guess what she changed her Instagram handle to. You ready? Miss Pizza Hut. So not only are you glorifying being a side chick, but you're actually being a side chick. Like, generally, you're pushing 30 and you trying to be a side chick to Rich the Kid of all people. What the fuck has society come to, man? I'm genuinely just wondering, what the fuck are we doing? So with that being said, Summer Walker is not over it, but I will still be listening to her music. If I'm being completely honest, SZA is my favorite female R&B artist of all time, hands down. Ever since I heard The Weeknd back in 6th grade, I have been hooked, man. Like, let me tell you, I love SZA, dude. Control, SOS, Lana, all of it, man, just all of it. And I know she gets a lot of flack from people, but honestly, most of that shit is just coming from people that don't like her at all. And it's only because she's one of the biggest artists in the world. But despite that, SZA is still here for a reason, because SZA is also a culprit of making side chick music. Now, obviously, it's not as much as Summer Walker, but she still does make side chick music from time to time. The best example has to be The Weeknd, because she's literally talking about sharing a guy with 3 different women. Talking about, you take Wednesday, Thursday, then just send them my way. Like, what the fuck? Now, in the guy's perspective, he's living the fucking dream. I mean, what the hell? He gets this girl this day, and then that girl on that day, and then he gets SZA on the weekend? Like, what the fuck? This is a fucking dream come true. But for the woman in particular, they're literally sharing one guy. Like, they're basically competing for one fucking guy, who probably isn't even worth the competition. Like, that guy has to be packing some serious heat for 3 women to want to share him like that. Like, the shit is fucking insane now that I think about it. I've been listening to this song for years now, and I already knew the meaning of the song, obviously, but it still just amazes me to this day that SZA really made a song about 3 women competing for one fucking guy. Like, what? I think what I love most about SZA as an artist is just her duality. Like, she can come off as a side chick on this song, and then as this empowered woman on that song, and as a lover girl on this song. I feel like every song she makes just shows a different facet of her personality that you wouldn't get from this song or that. But with that being said, she kind of comes off as a hypocrite sometimes. Like, she'll talk about acting this way around men, but then she'll also do the complete opposite on a different song. And it kind of just comes off to me as like, oh, okay, so you just don't know what you want. But since we're focusing on side chick music, I do have another song I want to share. Kill Bill, arguably her biggest song to date. And the lyrics consist of her wanting to kill her ex because he moved on to a new girl, basically. I feel like I don't have to explain why that is such a problematic song to be singing if you're a girl. Cause it's like, you're talking about killing your fucking ex, dude. You shouldn't even be caring about this guy anymore. Now, you could interpret this song as her getting back at her ex for doing something to her, but realistically, that's not really the interpretation of the song. The clear meaning of the song is simply this. She killed her ex because she was upset that he moved on. Like, I kid you not, if I broke up with somebody and then they were talking about how they're gonna kill me if I move on, nigga, I'm getting a fucking restraining order. Like, stay the fuck away from me with that bullshit. Oh, and she also talked about how she'd rather be in hell than alone. Yeah, no, that's also not good. So my bottom line for SZA is that she's a great artist, obviously, but at the same time, I would not take any of her lyrics seriously. Okay, do not go and kill your ex because he moved on. Ladies, I'll put it like this. No man on this planet is worth going to jail for. Not even Michael B. Jordan. Well, now, I know what you're gonna say. Why is Mariah the Scientist on this list? She doesn't make side chick music, and no, she doesn't. But she makes something even worse than that. The only way it can be described is simply this: bird brain music. I'm talking about the kind of music a girl will listen to when they're actively getting dogged out by a nigga. You know, the kind of music that encourages women to stay with these shitty ass men, even though they're shitty ass men. Shit like that. I fucking hate music like that, I'm not gonna lie. And Mariah the Scientist is a big culprit of this kind of music because she's basically built her whole career around being a lover girl. And it wouldn't be as big of a problem if she was dating an actually good guy, but she's dating young fuck for fuck's sake. The same nigga that cheated on her multiple times while he was in prison is the same man that she be singing about in these fucking songs. Burning Blue, Is It a Crime, Spread Fin, all these songs are about young fuck. Young fuck. Jeffrey Williams. And you know what? Despite her voice being flat, she still makes good music. But I'm not gonna lie, every time her song comes on the radio, I instantly turn that shit off. Because realistically, why the fuck would I want to hear a girl sing about a guy that cheated on her multiple times while he was in fucking prison? Like, are we living in a fucking loopy world? Why the fuck would anyone want to hear shit like that? It would be different if she was singing about, Idris Elba. I don't even fucking know. Idris Elba, Timothy Chalamet, some guy like that. You know, a guy that isn't a fucking serial cheater. And she has had chance after chance after chance to leave this nigga and find a good one, but instead, she still doubles down on this one. And at this point, I just don't feel sorry for her. I really don't. Whatever happens, happens, okay? Whatever happens is completely her fault. Cause niggas tried telling her, but she don't wanna listen. She wants to date Young Fuck. And she's not even signed to this nigga, so it's not even like a label thing or a contractual agreement or some shit like that. She's choosing to stay with this guy, even though he's literally cheated on her more times than fucking Giveon cheated on his girlfriend. I feel like I lost the plot a bit, but with that being said, Mariah the Scientist is genuinely just such an annoying artist to me, strictly because she makes all this lover girl music about a guy that isn't worth making this music about. And I feel like a hypocrite because I always say separate the art from the artist, but realistically, I can't do that, Mariah, okay? It'd be different if we didn't know her dating history, but we literally know every guy she's dated. There is no mystery whatsoever. It is all right there. Transparent. 100% see-through. I feel like I said all I need to say. Let's just go to the next person.
What is... I'm sorry.
Okay, look, I love Jhené Aiko, but I haven't actually listened to her discography. I know her songs, don't get me wrong. I just haven't actually listened to her albums. So I can't talk about her as critically as I did with the rest of them. So with that in mind, we're gonna focus on her relationship with Big Sean. Now, if you don't already know, they broke up recently after like 10 years of dating. Now, keep in mind, they have a child together, so yeah. Pretty fucking wild, man, I'm not gonna lie. But let's start from the beginning.
Alright, so basically, they met in 2012. Let's see. Okay, they first met at the studio legendary producer No ID in 2012. Shortly after meeting, the two attended the Los Angeles Lakers game together, although Aiko had a boyfriend at the time, so she basically cheated on her boyfriend. June 24, 2015, Big Sean and Jhené Aiko starred in the music video together. W music video, by the way. April 1, 2016, they released 2088. That was their collab album. Oh, sorry, collab EP. June 2016, they shared a kiss on stage. December 5th, 2016, they attended the Lakers game. Another Lakers game, I guess, what the fuck. 2017, in September, Jhené Aiko calls Big Sean the love of her life. This age like milk. October 10, 2017, Jhené Aiko gets a tattoo of Big Sean. Oh, no. Wait, a week after finalizing her divorce. Oh my god, they were dating the entire time she was married. What the fuck? Okay, 2018, yeah, Big Sean celebrates Jhené Aiko's 30th birthday with a yacht party. March 2019, they break up for the first time. Big Sean releases a single again, and Jhené Aiko's just, wait, what? Okay. They collaborate again. Happy birthday, bro, this is kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. They attend the Grammys together. What? How do you mistake, you know what, I don't even wanna know. Okay, this happened, let's see. Okay, that happened. This happened. That happened. No, this happened. This also happened. And then they had a child together. That happens. And well, that's the most recent thing for this article at least. But like I said before, they broke up earlier this year, like last month exactly. So yeah, pretty on and off relationship, I would say.
With everything I've noticed about the relationship over the years, I gotta say, Big Sean is a fucking idiot. Like, genuinely just a fucking idiot, dude. Like, forget their celebrities for a second. How do you date someone for 10 years and have a child with this same person, and then you don't put a ring on it? Like, what the fuck? I don't want to hear no one in the comments saying, oh, like, he doesn't have to marry her. Oh, maybe you just didn't want to get married. Like, shut the fuck up, okay? If you were dating a person for this long and then you just don't marry them, like, nigga, that's just a waste of time. That's actually just a waste of time. 10 years down the drain. All that time could have been spent with her dating someone that actually wanted to marry her. And she chose to spend it with Big Sean of all people. And you think of how spiritual she is regarding her lifestyle and her music. She would not do some dumbass shit like this. But I guess the joke's on me for actually believing she practiced what she preached. And the thing that pisses me off the most is that guys like Big Sean will break up with girls they've dated for a long ass time and then proceed to get married to the next girl they date and have a family with them. Meanwhile, the girl they previously dated can't recoup that lost time as easily as he did. Because as you know, guys' reproductive organs never like disappear, you know? That shit is active until we die. But meanwhile, you know, girls go through menopause in their 40s or 50s. So yeah, they're on a clock. They are basically on a biological clock. Girls can't afford to be dating a guy for 10 years who isn't gonna marry them. Like, that's just a waste of time. It is a serious waste of fucking time. Fellas, if you're dating a girl for longer than 5 years, put a ring on that shit. Cause realistically, you're not leaving anytime soon if you've been there for longer than 5 years. But Jhené Aiko makes great music, love her, genuinely. Fuck Big Sean, and yeah, that's about it. That's all I got.
Oh my god! Wow!
I thought I would have more to say by the end of this video, but honestly, I feel like I already said it during the video. But I want to stress the fact that there's nothing wrong with listening to this music, okay? Music is music. If you fuck with a certain song or a certain album, then you fuck with that certain song or certain album, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. There's always going to be a female R&B artist glorifying being a side chick, because that's what's making the big bucks nowadays. So with that being said, I encourage you to not take these lyrics seriously, okay? Do not go dating these shitty ass niggas niggas and falling in love with them because they're treating you like garbage. And do not stay with these shitty ass niggas because they're treating you like garbage. You're better than that. You are better than that. Remember that. Words of affirmation are very important. You are better than that garbage man. And with that, this has been Xavier Rants coming at you with Rants. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you want to give a comment, put it in the comments section. And every other link can be found in my link tree. Link in description. Other than that, adios.